Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Quick Break Games, and today we're going to be talking about Funko Fusion because we just got a brand new article posted to Xbox Wire, written by design director Arthur Parsons, and it's got a lot of new information about the thing, as well as some new concept art that we're going to check out. A link to this article will be available in the description if you want to read it yourself, but we're going to be reading the whole thing here. It says how Universal Pictures' The Thing was transformed into Funko Fusion. Alright, let's get into this. It says a shape-shifting alien that synthesizes disparate life forms into nightmarish versions of themselves is rearing its head at a new target. In our upcoming game, Funko Fusion, Funko Pop Collectibles will transform Universal Pictures' The Thing into something otherworldly. Funko Fusion features over 20 pop culture crossovers such as Jurassic World, Back to the Future, Jaws, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Battlestar Galactica, and more from Universal Pictures' extensive vault, and other surprises too, and is set to release on September 13th, 2024 for Xbox Series X and S. It just says Xbox there because this is on xboxwire.com, but of course it is coming to PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and PC as well. Continuing on, it says combining Funko Pop collectibles and a horror movie classic into a video game may sound unusual, but here at Tintin Games we revel in that surprise and novelty. Our talented team, formed around a core of experienced TT Games veterans who worked on these successful LEGO games, set out to bring to life the 1982 film The Thing in our upcoming action-adventure game Funko Fusion. With an eye for authenticity and a touch of irreverent humor, we seek to embody the original film's thrills and chills while offering our own unique spin. Here's how we made that happen in collaboration with Universal Products and Experiences. Alright, now we're getting into a lot of the new information here. It says first we made a handcrafted level inspired by The Thing. NBC Universal supplied original set photography and layouts to us, informing our development to be as authentic as possible. So that's really cool that they got kind of behind the scenes with the movie. They weren't just watching the movie itself. They got, inside set photography and everything like that to make this super accurate. So it says this challenging process took 6 months in which we faithfully designed the Antarctic Research U.S. Outpost 31 and its surrounding areas, iconic characters like R.J. McCready, Childs, and more, and the shape-shifting terror in its many forms, so iconic to the film. Puzzles, mechanics, and weapons were all carefully built to represent what made The Thing so formidable over 40 years ago. So this is crazy. They took over 6 months just kind of on this one level or hub world for this game. We still don't really know what's going on with like hub worlds and levels, but yeah, you can see why they're marketing The Thing so heavily. This seems to be possibly the franchise that they're putting the most work into, if I had to guess. But here we have this new concept art of the Kennel Thing dog designs. So this is really cool as you see all the different versions of the husky transform into The Thing. Looks pretty gnarly. It's like disgusting looking, but then at the same time it's like a Funko Pop, so it's a really cool juxtaposition there. But let's continue on here. It says, speaking of characters, players can unlock the gruesome infected Norwegian and battle other variants of the alien threat across its various grim stages. The Funko versions of these characters come with fun nods to the movie. As expected, R.J. McCready wields a shotgun and a trusty fire axe. Cook Knowles wields a frying pan and roller skates around the base, and MT Gary holds a 6-round revolver and a dog sled as a shield. So you get kind of some information about some of the characters' different weapons, because we know every character is going to have a melee weapon as well as a long-range weapon. I love how Knowles has the frying pan. That's hilarious. But continuing on, it says enemy design was particularly challenging to perfect. The Thing has withstood the test of time to its impressive horror and special effects, despite the limited tech of the 80s. Our art team took extra care to closely reimagine that horror through the Funko Pop style. In boss fights with major enemies, foes turn into alien-like versions of themselves, with tendrils trailing from their mouths and bulging eyeballs popping out. One of the first enemies you encounter is the Kennel Thing. This whimpering dog turns into an otherworldly evil with hairy spider legs spitting deadly acid at you. And then we've also got this new screenshot, which is used in the thumbnail of this video, of the Huskies, as well as the Thing Husky kind of mixed in there. And you gotta love these awesome Siberian Husky character models here. Moving on, it says playable characters can be infected at any time, transforming their appearance into something outright terrifying, bringing a sense of unpredictability to the experience. In Funko Fusion, you can play as a range of characters from a variety of well-known franchises, and each can be transformed into The Thing. So watch out. So this is actually some really interesting information here. So I don't know how many characters are going to be in this game. This is not just talking about The Thing, but across all the franchises. I imagine there has to be at least like 50 characters in this game. from all these different franchises, and any of them can be transformed into Thing when you play this levels. That's a lot of work on the developer's part, you know, creating Thing versions of all of these different characters. So it's going to be cool to kind of see that for each and every single character. And it's also cool how the characters can be infected at any time. So I wonder how you get cured, or like how long that lasts. Kind of interested to see kind of how they handle that in terms of the gameplay. But let's continue on. It says, we crafted iconic scenes inspired by the movie that fans will recognize and newcomers can't witness with dread. Norris's chest becomes a toothy trap for Copper's arms. Childs uses a flamethrower to survive the deadly dogs. And of course, Blair uses his computer to simulate the rate of human assimilation. We've seen a lot of that stuff in the early trailers. It says many of these scenes are as thematically gruesome as the original film, but in 1010 Games fashion, we've sprinkled humor throughout to make for a tongue-in-cheek tone that brings a new sense of playfulness. So, you know, it is based off of these hardcore, you know, R-rated horror franchises, but it is Funko Pop, so they have kind of tuned things down to reach a T for teen rating. And then we've got one more piece of concept art here of the Snowcat, getting a look at some of the vehicle designs in this game. So I'm assuming you can drive these things around, that they're not just kind of sitting in the background. It says, for gameplay, we carefully considered what would work best. Everything needed to thematically relate back to the movie, whether it was puzzles or combat. The film uses ice/fire and dark/light stylistically, and we aim to accomplish the same in Funko Fusion. I can say I've definitely seen that in the gameplay and some of the screenshots that they posted. It says everything within US Outpost 31 is powered by gas generators, and players can use gas canisters in clever ways to solve puzzles by powering lights or operating pipes, or even destroying enemies. So we have seen the gas canisters used to destroy enemies. I have a whole video on that little 10-second gameplay clip that we got, but it seems they are going to be used for puzzles as well, so very cool. And then the article goes into talk about some of the music. It says many moments are built to create a sense of paranoia and fear, especially through atmosphere and music. We licensed the rights to the official score, and our sound designer, Mario Gotzenberger, used 40-year-old synthesizers like those from the original score to re-record haunting tracks for memorable scenes in the game. So not only is this game going to have the original score, but they're also going to add some new sounds from the sound designer using 40-year-old synthesizers to make it kind of sound as much like the original score as possible. So yeah, they're really putting a lot of effort into this franchise for Funko Fusion. But alright, let's finish off this article. It says, we're lucky that Universal Products and Experiences collaborated with us to make a compelling recreation of a fan favorite, as we always hoped, and every section is built with care. It definitely sounds like it. We're thrilled to invite the world to play our innovative take on not just a thing, but the many other pop culture universes we portray in Funko Fusion. Through our creative adaptations, we hope to unite new and established fans to celebrate what made these franchises so special in the first place. Funko Fusion is available September 13th, 2024 for Xbox Series X and S. Funko Pop collectibles based on select in-game characters will be available for fans later in the summer. Alright guys, that is it for this article. So lots of cool gameplay details there, new screenshots. So this all sounds great to me. So guys, let me know what you think about all this new information. Are you excited for Funko Fusion? Be sure to stay tuned later this week at the time of this video coming out, because Funko Fusion will be appearing at IGN Live on June 8th with some new gameplay. I think the gameplay is going to focus on Jurassic World / Park, but maybe we'll see the Thing in there as well. Who knows? So like this video if you learned something new, dislike it if not, subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you guys next time here on Quick Break Games.